For the next few minutes, we're going to talk about fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are required in all fabrication shops and should be readily accessible to all workstations where hot work is being performed. Since not all fire extinguishers are alike, it's important to know the differences. This following information will help you prepare yourself to extinguish a fire in the shop should it ever become necessary. Fire extinguishers are rated for use based on the class of fire they're designed to extinguish. The three basic fires that we have to consider for fabrication shops are classified as A, B, and C fires. Class A fires, these fires are made up of ordinary combustible materials such as paper, rags, scrap lumber, or things of that nature. Class A fires require a cooling agent for extinguishment. The recommended fire extinguishers are water and soda acid, that is, Class A fire extinguishers. Class B fires, these fires are made up of flammable liquids, oils, and grease. Class B fires require smothering for effective extinguishment. The recommended fire extinguishers are carbon dioxide, dry chemical, and foam. Class B fire extinguishers. Class C fires, these fires are made up of electrical equipment. Class C fires require a non-conductive fire extinguishing agent. The recommended fire extinguishers are carbon dioxide and dry chemical, Class C fire extinguishers. It is common today to see fire extinguishers that are designed to extinguish more than one class of fire. For example, you might see a Class BC extinguisher for flammable liquids, oil, grease, and electrical fires, or a Class ABC extinguisher that will extinguish both those classes of fires plus ordinary combustible material fires. Look at the fire extinguishers in your shop to determine what class or classes of fires they are designed to extinguish. The class or classes of fires will be clearly marked on each extinguisher. The best fire extinguishers for fabrication shops are the ones that will effectively extinguish all three types of fires, Class ABC extinguishers. If you use a fire extinguisher or see one that has a gauge indicating it is not fully charged, let your supervisor know immediately. The extinguisher should be recharged or replaced right away. The way for you to determine whether it is usable or not is to look at the small V-shaped green area on the extinguisher gauge. If the needle is in that green area, then the fire extinguisher is usable. While we're continuing to have this discussion about fire extinguishers, we're going to talk about the PASS method of using a fire extinguisher. PASS. This is an easy word to remember, and it will help you understand how to effectively and correctly use a fire extinguisher. In an emergency, using a fire extinguisher can be frightening, especially if you're unfamiliar with the process. There is this acronym that we just referred to, PASS, to help you remember the four simple steps: pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. So we're going to break that down now. P stands for pull. Pull the safety pin. The safety pin prevents the extinguisher from discharging. By pulling the pin, this seal is easily broken. Aim. Aim the hose or nozzle of the extinguisher at the base of the fire for the most effectiveness. If you aim toward the top of the fire, the extinguishing chemical will only pass through the flames. It is more effective if it is directed at the fuel source at the base of the fire. S, squeeze. Squeeze the trigger you just removed the pin from. Squeeze the trigger evenly to maximize the extinguisher's effectiveness. And then sweep. Sweep the nozzle in a back and forth motion across the fire's base. As the fire is being put out, cautiously move closer while sweeping the hose or nozzle. You should not attempt to extinguish a fire that is larger than about the size of an ordinary trash can. If the fire is larger than that, then you should pull the alarm and back out away to the nearest exit, and then go to the rally point where you meet with the rest of the people who are in the shop. The other thing that you want to remember with fire extinguishers is they have a very limited amount of use. They're only good for really a few seconds. So if you are using a fire extinguisher, remember that it has a limited value and limited time. Always keep your back to your exit so that you can get away from the fire should it spread. These are just a few important things that you should remember in order for you to be able to successfully extinguish a fire should it occur in your fabrication shop.